In the cold, dark space beyond the known systems, everything was quiet. The stars did not blink. The planets did not move. Only silence lived there until a sudden message broke that silence, it was a distress signal. It came from a ship called Hope Seeker, a human rescue ship. It was sent to help a mining colony hit by a gas leak. The Hope Seeker carried only doctors, nurses, and medical bots. No weapons, no soldiers, just healers. The signal was short. We are under attack. Unknown enemy. No warning. Coordinates, *******. And then silence again. Aiden's ship captain, Aiden Cross, was on board the Mercy Star, a nearby patrol and supply ship. When the signal came, his ship was the closest one in the area. He stood up quickly from his command chair. "Are you sure it's real?" he asked. "Yes, sir," said his officer, Lena Ward. "The signal is genuine. It came from the rescue ship." Aiden narrowed his eyes. "The Hope Seeker is a medical vessel. Why would anyone attack it?" Lena shook her head. "No idea. Should we respond?" Aiden didn't hesitate. "Yes," said Course. "Maximum speed. We're going to find out what happened." The record 23 minutes later, the Mercy Star dropped out of faster-than-light travel. What they saw made everyone on the bridge go silent. The Hope Seeker was gone. Only broken pieces of the ship floated in space-twisted metal, burned parts, and shattered solar panels. A few lifeless bodies drifted slowly in the darkness, still in their uniforms. Some were doctors, some were nurses, none were alive. Aiden clenched his fists, scanned for survivors. The ship's AI responded. No life signs detected. Lena covered her mouth. This wasn't an accident. The ship was destroyed. On purpose. The black box Satan ordered a team to bring in any remaining data modules from the wreckage. One small black box was recovered from the back of the medical bay. They played the last recording. The screen flickered. A video started. It showed the inside of the Hope Seeker. Doctors were running. Alarms were sounding. One medic looked straight into the camera, his face full of fear. "We tried to tell them we are unarmed, but they fired. They didn't say anything. They just opened fire. Help us." The video cut out. Static filled the screen. No more messages. No more voices. Just silence. Earth responds back on Earth. The footage from the black box reached the Global Security Council within hours. The video was played on every major news channel. The people of Earth watched in shock, and then in anger. Children had lost mothers. Families lost fathers. Entire medical teams were wiped out. For what? No reason. No warning. President Hale sat in the war room, watching the footage on repeat. Around her, generals, scientists, and ambassadors argued, "We should wait." One of the diplomats said, "Ask the Galactic Council for help." General Vasquez stood up sharply. Wait. For what? More dead bodies? That ship was under Earth's flag. It was helping civilians. President Hale said nothing at first. Her eyes stayed on the screen. Then she finally spoke just one sentence. "We hit back." Now, behind the curtain, what most people didn't know was that Earth had already been watching this part of space closely. Human scouts had reported strange movement near the area. Ships with unknown signatures, hidden bases in dead zones. Some thought Earth was being tested, pushed. But this attack on a rescue ship was more than a test. It was murder, and Earth would not wait anymore. Orders were sent out secretly. Ships began to move. Fighters and carriers left hidden bases and dark spaceports. One special unit, Ghostwing Zero, was activated. Their mission, find the attackers, end them. No warnings, no diplomacy, only action. Aiden's vow back on the Mercy Star, Captain Aiden stood, alone in the cargo bay. In front of him were the bodies they had recovered. 3 doctors, 2 nurses, and 1 child who had been with the rescue team. He looked at each one. He didn't speak. He didn't cry. He just made a promise. Quietly, whoever did this, we'll find you, and we will make sure you never forget what happens when you touch our people. Behind him, Lena stepped forward. Orders just came in. We're to join the response fleet. Aiden turned. Good, then let's go to war. The black box video played again in the Earth Council chamber. Doctors screaming, a rescue ship burning. Silence after death. Everyone had seen it. Everyone had felt the anger. President Hale stood at the head of the long table. Her face was calm, but her eyes were hard. "This is not just an attack," she said slowly. "This was a message. Someone wanted us to feel weak, helpless, like we don't belong in space." She paused. They were wrong. The arguments began around the table. Voices began to rise. "This could start a war," shouted one diplomat. Good General Vasquez growled. "Then let it begin." "We should talk to the Galactic Council," said another. "Let them handle it." President Hale shook her head. "They already saw the footage." "And what did they say?" She held up a datapad. "They called it an unfortunate mystery. No help, no answers." She looked around the room. "So we'll handle it ourselves." The silent vote the room went quiet. There were 12 council members. Each one had a vote: go to war or stand down. The final result appeared on the wall. No one was surprised. 11 in favor. 1 against. Earth had made its decision, preparing for retaliation within hours. Earth's fleets began to move across moon bases, orbital stations, and deep space docks. Engines roared to life. Ships were fueled, ammunition loaded, pilots briefed. Stealth destroyers, battlecruisers, and drone carriers all were set for war. General Vasquez gave simple orders: find who did this, strike hard, leave no doubt. One of Earth's newest warships, the ESS Vengeance, was chosen to lead the first. Attack its target, a secret listening post believed to be used by unknown aliens, the same area where the Hope Seeker was destroyed. Aiden joins the fleet captain. Aiden Cross and the Mercy Star were ordered to join the second wave of attack ships. But he didn't wait. He stood with his crew on the bridge. The lights were dim. The stars outside looked peaceful, but Aiden felt no peace. "We lost friends out there," he said quietly. "They were healers, not fighters." He looked around at his crew. "This time, we don't bring medicine. We bring justice." The crew nodded. No one smiled. They all felt the same fire. Message to the galaxy before Earth's fleet jumped into enemy space. President Hale sent one message to the galaxy. It was simple, clear, and cold. "To whoever attacked our rescue team, you killed unarmed people who came to save lives. Earth does not forget. Earth does not forgive. You will answer for your actions." The message ended with one final sentence: "You wanted war. Now you have it." The first step into Phyron, the edge of human space, the ESS Vengeance and its fleet prepared to jump. As the engines charged, Captain Lyra Morn, commander of the Vengeance, gave the order: "Jump in silent. No signals. We strike without a word." Moments later, blue light swallowed the ships. They vanished into faster than light. Travel, heading toward the unknown. Heading toward revenge. Space was quiet again, but not for long. The ESS Vengeance and its battle fleet had arrived at the edge of unknown alien territory. No warning, no signal, just silence. And warships ready to strike. Captain Lyra Morn stood on the bridge of the Vengeance. Her face was like stone. "Target in range," her weapons officer said. "Alien outpost detected on the dark moon. Shielded. Light defense." "Do they know we're here?" she asked. "No signs of alert? They think they're safe." Captain Morn nodded. "Then let's remind them. What happens when you kill our people?" The first shot Earth's fleet moved into attack formation. No enemy saw them. No one had time to react. And then the first human missile flew. It wasn't just a missile, it was a message. It hit the outpost's main power station. A second missile followed, then a third. The shield broke apart like glass. Laser turrets from the human ships fired next. Green beams sliced through towers and buildings. Explosions filled the moon's surface. The outpost never stood a chance. One message left behind when the dust settled. The alien outpost was nothing but rubble. Earth didn't leave much behind. Only one metal plate placed on the highest remaining rock. It read, "For the healers you murdered." And beneath it, "This is only the beginning." Aiden silent. Witness Captain Aiden Cross watched the destruction from the Mercy Star in orbit. He said nothing, just stared at the fire below. "They never had a chance to beg," his officer Lena whispered. "They didn't let our medics beg either," Aiden replied. Then he turned away. "We're not here to listen to their cries. We're here to make them stop." The escapee but, deep beneath the outpost, in a hidden tunnel, one alien survived. He was a Zorth, tall and thin, with dark gray skin and glowing eyes. His name was Kelrex, an intelligence officer. He had seen the human attack from the shadows, he had watched his commanders burn, and he had recorded everything as Earth's ships left. Kelrax escaped in a stealth pod. He didn't run out of fear, he ran to warn the others, the Zorth Council. Reaxon, the Zorth Dominion capital. The High Council met in panic. Humans destroyed one of our outer posts. One shouted. They didn't speak. They didn't ask questions, said another. They left a message, ... like animals. Kelrax stood in the center of the room. He bowed and played the recording from his escape pod. The humans were fast, cold, focused. They fight without hesitation, Kelrax said. They don't fear war. A silence fell across the council chamber. Then the High Speaker of the Zorth stood. Then we must prepare for total war. Earth doesn't stop even. After destroying the outpost, Earth's fleet didn't stop. In just 5 days, 3 more alien facilities were hit. Supply stations, listening posts, small defense hubs. Every attack was fast, clean, merciless. Earth wasn't fighting to scare, Earth was fighting to end the threat. The Council watches. Meanwhile, the Galactic Council of the Alliance of dozens of alien empires watched in silence. Many were afraid, some were angry, but none dared to stop Earth. A human ambassador spoke to them only once. He stood in the center of the council hall and said, "You sat in silence while our doctors burned. You called it a mystery. We are solving it with fire." Then he walked out. No one followed him. The Galactic Council, a union of 49 alien civilizations, had not met in emergency session for over 200 years. Now, they met again because of Earth, a chamber full of fear inside the great council hall. Voices echoed in many languages. Tall insectoid creatures argued with feathered diplomats. Metallic beings hummed warnings. Everyone spoke at once. They attacked without permission. They destroyed 3 Zorth outposts. They didn't even wait for an investigation. Counselor Zerlin of the Varn species raised his hand. "Silence," he said in a deep voice. "We must discuss Earth's aggression." The human stand at the center of the hall stood Ambassador Reyna Sol, Earth's representative. She wore a dark blue uniform and spoke in a calm voice. "You call it aggression," she said, "but we call it justice." A screen behind her showed the black box video, the same one the world had seen. Doctors dying, a child crying, the rescue ship exploding. Reyna continued, "We sent medics. You gave us silence. The Zorth killed our people. Earth has every right." To respond, an insectoid shouted, but without council approval. Reyna's eyes didn't blink. "Your approval came too late. The vote that never came. The council was supposed to vote decide whether Earth had broken galactic law. But no vote happened, because something else arrived, a Zorth battlecruiser. Damaged and burning, limped into council space. It had been attacked by Earth's stealth fleet. The Zorth delegates screamed across the room. "They are not just targeting our outposts, they are inside our territory. They want war." Another delegate whispered, "Or maybe they are just very, very fast." Behind closed doors, later in a secret chamber, 5 of the most powerful council species met. "They moved faster than we expected," said one. "They didn't ask, they just struck. And what if they don't stop?" A long pause. Then a voice said quietly, "We used to think humans were slow, emotional, ... weak. But now, we are starting to fear them. Earth's new fleet back on Earth. The factories didn't stop. Warships were being built faster than ever before. New ships, smarter, stronger weapons." General Vasquez looked at the fleet data and smiled. "They thought we were soft," he said. "Let them think again." The ESS Titan, a new dreadnought class, was almost complete. It would lead the next wave of attack into the Zorth Dominion. Aiden's discovery. Meanwhile, Captain Aiden Cross was running a patrol near the edge of the Zorth border. His ship, Merciless, picked up something strange. "Captain, we found a wreck." "But it's not Zorth," said Lena. "What is it?" "It's older, very old, but the markings match neither Zorth nor any council species." They sent a drone. Inside, what it found sent chills down Aiden's spinning ancient alien weapon. Huge, unused. Next to it, a warning carved in stone: "Let no flame awaken the ones below." Something watching far beyond the council. Past known space, a deep voice spoke from the shadows. The humans burn bright. Let them burn. When the stars go dark, we will rise again. The camera zooms out across a star map, 5 systems near. Earth flicker and vanish from galactic sensors. No explanation, no trace, only silence. Captain Aiden Cross stood in the command bay of the Mercy Star. Staring at the hologram dot before him floated the image of a dead alien warship, black, ancient, and burned. It didn't match Zorth technology, or any species Earth had catalogued. Lena turned to him. "This isn't from the Zorth, sir," Aiden nodded. "Then who's been hiding in their shadows?" Clues in the wreckage. The Mercy Star's drones searched the shipwreck. Inside, they found signs of advanced weapons and strange tech power cores, unlike anything Earth or the Zorth had ever used. Worse, they found human DNA traces. "How's that possible?" Lena asked. "Maybe they took some of our people," Aiden replied. "Or maybe they've been watching us longer than we thought." Earth's intelligence report back on Earth. General Vasquez received a secret report. It showed something horrifying. Earth's spies inside the Zorth Dominion had intercepted messages, private military orders. Sent months before the Hope Seeker attack, the orders included these words: "Test the human response. Send unknown ships. Make it look like an accident." President Hale read the report in silence. "So the Zorth planned the rescue ship attack," she said. "No," Vasquez replied. "They paid someone else to do it." President Hale stood slowly. "Then it's time we met the real enemy." The hidden empire. The name came from Deep Council archives. Buried in forgotten records, the Korlax, long thought extinct. A mysterious empire that once ruled parts of the galaxy with fear and shadows. Silent, deadly, unknown. They vanished 3,000 years ago. But now, Earth knew the truth. They never left. They just went dark. Aiden's message to Earth. Captain Aiden sent a secure message to Earth Command. "We found ancient Korlax tech near the Zorth border. The Zorth didn't act alone. The Korlax are back." The message shook the entire War Command. If the Korlax had returned, Earth wasn't just fighting the Zorth anymore. They were facing something far older and far more dangerous. The Zorth panic inside the Zorth capital. The truth finally leaked. Council spies exposed their deal with the Korlax. It wasn't just a test, it was betrayal. The Zorth had feared Earth's rise, so they asked the Korlax to strike first, using hidden fleets and stolen tech. The plan was simple: hurt Earth and blame someone else. But the plan had failed, and now Earth's fury was unstoppable. Earth's answer. President Hale stood before a global broadcast, speaking to all humans across colonies and starbases. "The Zorth Dominion lead. They used ancient shadows to attack our medics, but the shadows are fading because Earth is bringing light and fire." She raised her hand. "Prepare all fleets. The Korlax will no longer hide." The council split. Galactic Council fell into chaos. Some species wanted to punish the Zorth. Others feared Earth more than the Korlax. But one quiet voice, Counselor Zerlin, said something different. "The humans are not rising. They have already risen, and we were too blind to see it." The war had entered a new phase. The Zorth Dominion was no longer Earth's main target. Now, all eyes turned to a darker threat, the Korlax. For the first time in 3,000 years, the shadows had moved, and Earth was ready to meet them with fire. Earth's full response in low orbit over Titan. Earth's largest dreadnought, the S-Titan, was now fully armed. It carried enough firepower to destroy a moon. Alongside it, 6 new strike fleets stood ready. General Vasquez spoke to all commanders across the fleet. "The Korlax thought they could use the Zorth to hide, but now we see them clearly. And when Earth sees its enemy, Earth strikes." The message ended with one word: launch. The first clash in the Velra system, Earth's second fleet, entered Korlax space. The enemy didn't wait. 10 black Korlax ships came out of nowhere, using stealth technology Earth had never seen. No warning, no signals, just instant attack. The sky lit up with fire. Earth's fleet returned fire at once. Missiles raced through space. Lasers cut across enemy hulls. Human pilots shouted commands, while alarms rang in every ship. Target shields flanked them from starside. Protect the command carrier. In the chaos, one thing was clear: the Korlax were powerful. But Earth had evolved. Human Führer Captain Lyra, Morn aboard the S-Titan, took direct command of the Velra battle. Don't give them space to think, she ordered. Keep pressure constant. Human strategy was fast, aggressive, adaptive, within minutes. 2 Korlax ships were down, 1, torn apart from inside by smart drone swarms. The others tried to retreat into a gravity cloud dot, but Earth's ships followed. Humans didn't retreat. Not anymore. Across the stars, war spreads in 3 other star systems. Earth's fleets attacked Korlax strongholds, old bases built into dead planets, asteroid fields, and gas giants. Each battle was brutal. The Korlax fought like ghosts, but Earth's answer was always the same. Fire, force, no mercy. Aiden's mission, meanwhile, Captain Aiden Cross and the Mercy Star were sent on a secret operation deep behind enemy lines. Their goal: find the source of the Korlax power in the darkness of an abandoned system. They found something terrifying: a Korlax forge world, a giant machine planet building warships, non-stop. We have to report this, said Lena. Aiden shook his head. No time. We hit it now. The suicide strike, the Mercy Star, was just a small ship, but Aiden had a plan. They planted 5 stealth bombs along the forge's power tunnels. As Korlax drones swarmed, Aiden stayed behind to activate the final bomb. Sir, get out of there! Lena shouted. Aiden replied calmly. Tell Earth I found their nest. Then he pressed the trigger. Fire and molten debris spread across the stars. The Korlax had lost one of their greatest weapons, but Earth had lost one of its best captains, or so they thought. Council's fear back at the Galactic Council. Fear was rising. They've destroyed Korlax war factories. They're chasing them across the stars. They won't stop. Counselor Zerlin whispered, This isn't a war. It's a warning. And it's meant for all of us. Korlax's new plan inside a hollowed-out star. The Korlax king watched the forge explosion on his dark screen. He was silent. Then he spoke just 2 words. Phase 2. Across hidden worlds, ancient weapons-powered-up devices lost to time, built to end entire civilizations. The Korlax weren't going to fight Earth ship to ship anymore. Now, they were planning to erase Earth from the stars. The stars burned brighter now, not because of peace, but because of war. Earth's fleets had struck deep into Korlax space. Their forge world was destroyed. Their ships were falling. But the humans knew it wasn't over. The real answer was still coming: a world in Firin, the Korlax homeworld, hidden deep in a dead star system. Alarms rang for the first time in 3,000 years. Their leaders panicked. Their machines failed to calculate. Their strategies, once flawless, were now burning under Earth's fire. How are they adapting so quickly? Why do they keep coming? Why are they not afraid? Because Earth had already given its answer now. It was time for the galaxy to hear it loud and clear. The speech heard across the stars. President Hale stood before a live broadcast watched by billions of humans and secretly tapped by hundreds of alien worlds. She spoke slowly, clearly, her voice calm, but her message sharp. We didn't want this war. We sent doctors, not soldiers. You responded with death. She paused. You thought we would bow. You thought Earth would break. Then she looked straight into the camera. But Earth does not break. We build. We learn. And when our people bleed, we do not run. We rise. Earth's final move. General Vasquez stood inside Earth's secret weapons facility, known only as Project Oblivion. There, hidden beneath Mars' surface, they had built something terrible. A weapon never used before, the Sun Shatter, bombed out its power, enough to crack a star's core. Its purpose, not for war, but for warning. We dropped this, Vasquez said, and no empire will ever touch Earth again. Operation Iron Sky, the SS Titan, and Earth's elite fleet Iron Sky. Command was tasked with delivering the bomb. Their target, an empty system used by the Korlax as a fleet station. No civilians, no colonies, just a message. The fleet arrived. They gave no warning. The bomb was launched. For 60 seconds. Nothing happened. Then, the star pulsed, once, twice, twice, and then it broke a wave of light. Heat and raw power ripped through the system. Korlax ships disintegrated. Satellites melted. The message was clear. Earth had the power to burn stars, and they had chosen not to use it until now. The galaxy reacts. The Galactic Council held an emergency meeting, one by one. Species spoke not in anger, but in fear. They destroyed a star. They warned us. If they turned that on a world, even the Council's strongest races stayed silent. Finally, Counselor Zerlin stood and said the truth. The humans have given their answer. They are not conquerors. They are defenders. But if you cross their line, they will end you. The Zorth collapse. The Zorth Dominion, already weakened by war, broke into civil unrest. Their people protested in the streets. Their leaders were arrested. The Zorth Emperor, once proud, gave a single, final broadcast. We woke the human fire, and we were burned. Aiden's awakening far away, inside an unknown alien ship, Captain Aiden Cross opened his eyes. He was alive. His escape pod had been caught by something else, not Korlax, not Zorth. The room was white. Silent, he sat up and saw strange figures. Watching him, tall, glowing, peaceful, a soft voice entered his mind. You carry human anger and human pain. But we have watched you long, and Earth may be the galaxy's last hope. Aiden stared at them. Who are you? The voice replied. We are what the Korlax fear. And now? We stand with you. The galaxy was quiet, not because the war was over, but because something far worse had begun. The signal vanishes 5 human colonies near the outer edge of explored. Space-gone, no messages, no life signs, no debris. Earth Command tried again and again, but there was only silence then. One final message came through. A short, broken voice, distorted, almost a whisper. They opened it. We were pulled into the dark, and then nothing. Earth reacts in the Earth War Room. President Hale, General Vasquez, and the top commanders watched the recording. No one spoke. No one moved. A silent understanding passed through the room. The Korlax had done something they couldn't control. Vasquez stood. It's not just war anymore. It's survival. The Gate Scouts found it 3 days later, a massive black structure floating near the destroyed Coloniza portal, ancient and cold, made of unknown metal. Earth's AI systems couldn't read it. No ships could scan through it. But something was on the other side. Something. Pulling. Aiden returns, then a miracle. A lost signal was found drifting through deep space. A rescue team recovered Captain Aiden Cross live, but changed. He had been with the Ancients, a peaceful race forgotten by the galaxy. They had healed him, and they had told him a truth. The Korlax did not create the gate. They only opened it. What's coming was buried long ago. Aiden stood before Earth's leaders and said, This war started with a lie. It ends with a choice. Do we lead in fear, or rise in strength, and choose peace? The Council collapses. The Galactic Council had lost all control. Species turned against each other. Empires crumbled. Civilizations pulled back to their own worlds. But one by one, the surviving Council members sent envoys to Earth, not with demands, not with threats, but with requests. Help us, lead us, protect us. Because now, Earth was the only force that had faced the Korlax and survived.